before I started, I said, what's the message? Give me the message. I heard grace, self-compassion, childhood wounds, and give yourself permission to live. Hey, if this is your first time seeing me, what's up? It's your Mo. Act like you know. Give me that subbed you in. If you found me, you know you're on the right path, because I live from my highest timeline every single day. So it's only right that you've attracted me because you're in yours. Before we get into the message, all my digital products are $9.99 for the summer solstice, because I want people to have them. You know, I made them so people can use them, right? So if you're someone who is interested in taking control over your own journey of your own life, Mogul's method is the only method rooted in the step-by-step framework of what it is, why it works, and how to apply it, because it's intentionally designed for you specifically to take control over your own life. If you're self-aware, done therapy like me, didn't work, Mogul's method, it will help you. No more courses, no more coaches. It's just you. It's not your answer, it's your guide. You are your answer. Don't give your power away to anyone that freely, okay? What else? Readings, if you wanna book a reading with me, the link is always in the description below. I give one-on-one channeled reads, and then I have my other, I get a lot of different people, like, sometimes they come talk about manifestation, sometimes they talk about spiritual development and emotional development. Like, it really just depends on the person, truthfully. So I have an option where if you just need insight or clarity on something in your life, that's what I do. So that's another option available. I'm a projector in the human design, and it is my gift. My perspective is my superpower. I'm designed to see the world differently from other people. I'm highly intelligent, highly intuitive. I have the gifts of clairvoyance, clairaudience, and claircognizance. So if you are someone that interests you, if you think we're in alignment, book the call, go get a digital product. And if you like my perspective, if you like my voice, 222, if you understand, if you like my perspective, my digital products are really good for that. I have a self-identity shifting guide, and then I have my journal, and then Mogul's method. Mogul's method is the one I do suggest, though. That's my favorite. So nonetheless, enough of promoting me. Promote yourself, actually, too, by the way. That was a message I got earlier as well. Promote yourself. Promote yourself. You are value. You attract value because you are value. You're not working on your stuff to not promote it to the world, to not show the world. I feel like you could be someone where it's like you work hard on things, and then when it's time to reveal, or when it's time to just finish out or finalize whatever you've been working on, you self-sabotage for whatever reason. Get rid of it. Give yourself a chance to live. Give yourself permission to live. The give yourself permission to live was interesting to me when I heard it. Just because I don't feel like I'm talking to anyone, at least for me, it didn't resonate like I haven't lived life. You know, I've lived a very amazing life, very fruitful life. But internally, I've always been suffering, 333 on my clock. Internally has always been an emotional battle. I had to grow up very, very fast internally, right? Emotionally. And I was just really processing some events that happened to me when I was younger. And I'm like, what could this mean for me? What did that mean for me as a child? How did that interrupt my psyche? Confirmation. And then how could that show up for me in my adulthood, right? And it's just very interesting to get hit with random childhood flashbacks of when you were just like degraded and spoken down upon and belittled and criticized. It's so interesting because it's like that was you at one point. Like that was you experienced that, you lived that, and you still came out on top. You still are actively pursuing your goals and dreams. Like I'm a big believer in like half the stuff you've been through, it would have taken someone out. It would have taken people years to heal from what you've experienced during childhood, even stuff that you've experienced as an adult. Taking you years, 444 on my clock, it would have taken other people years to heal from, years to process. But because you are someone who could be like me, where you had to grow up emotionally fast, that it built your resilience. It built your emotional resilience for this game of life. So you just have to thank it. You have to give grace to the entire situation and let go and let God. You can't do anything to change the past. You can't do anything to predict the future. All you have to do is be present and allow the present to flow, to guide you into the future. That's all you have to do. And breathe. Breathe. Giving yourself the chance to live, giving yourself the permission to live. Just heard the voices in your head. You gotta get rid of the voices in your head. You gotta get rid of them. For me, my voice is my mom's voice in the back of my head. I get rid of it every single day. I affirm out loud, I am my own person. I can make my own decisions. I am more than qualified to make my own decisions. I am more than qualified to live the life that I desire to live, regardless of if anyone has anything to say about it. This is my life. This is your life. This is your show. Act like you know, 555 on the clock. Getting rid of people's voices in your head where it's like, from a child, it's just like they're imposing their limitations onto you. And as a child, it's like, okay, well, you don't know any better. But as an adult, you understand the damage that it actually caused as a child. Being raised by emotionally immature parents who have not even conquered their own limitations is a major setback. It can be though, right? It can be a major setback. But like I said, not for you. Not for you. It didn't set you back. It actually propelled you forward. And that's how I need you to start reframing all of the hardships that you've experienced in your life as preparation for this new life. You can't give up right now because the life that you are actively pursuing, you haven't even experienced it yet because you're in preparation mode. You can't give up on something that you're in preparation for. You think that this life that you're pursuing is never going to happen because it's not happening the whole time. You're just being prepared for it. That's why it's not happening. You're being prepared. You're being prepped. You can't do anything about that. You got to go through the alignment process in order to get to where you're trying to go. And in the middle of that alignment process are going to be the childhood wounds that come back up. It's going to be the reflection on, damn, I shouldn't have been treated like that. How could that affect me right now? How is that affecting me as an adult? And you realize that you are always only ever protecting yourself. You have been actively living in survival mode and you need to break free of the change. Tell yourself, affirm, conviction with conviction. Command it into the universe that I am no longer in survival mode. Like literally feel it in your throat, feel it in your heart, feel it in your stomach, in your root. Yell it out loud from the root of your body. I am no longer in survival mode. You are not. Feel it. Activate all. And even when I said that, like I got fucking like the, sorry to swear, I got like pricks on my lower body when I said that. You gotta in this point in your life, like I just feel like you're so close. There's so many people in this collective that are so close to a goddamn breakthrough. They're so close to the end. They're so, not even close to the end, but you're close to the end of this preparation and you're right at the beginning of the new life. And it's like, you have to literally give yourself so much self-compassion at this point. Like you have to sit here and stop beating yourself up for living in survival mode. You had to do that in order to protect yourself. And now you don't need to do that anymore. And it's a process to break out of survival mode, to regulate your nervous system. It's a process to do that. Mo's method, it's a guide. It has a chapter on nervous system regulation in there. And like, it's just self-compassion, babe. You can't do anything else but love yourself unconditionally at this point, because if you are someone who grew up only receiving love with conditions, only receiving love when, if, that's not life. You need to give yourself a chance to live. That's not life. 911 on my clock right now, fast. Radically accept yourself for how resilient you are, how strong you are, how brave you are for pursuing something, even though you had all of these imposed limitations on you since birth. And not only are you pursuing it though, you're conquering the hell out of it. I bet even your ancestors, your spirit guides are like, oh my God, she's the truth. He's the truth. I promise you, your spirit guides, I promise you, your guides, I promise you, the energy that is watching over this planet is watching over these light workers. They're watching over the divine beings. They're watching us right now in the midst of all of the bullshit that is happening around us. And they're amazed at how much we are still ascending and choosing the light. They're amazed. They're like, yo, this generation, these people, this group of people, these group of light workers we sent down, my God. My God, they're talking to the creator about us right now. My God, these people, they exceeded all of our expectations. My God, we will all be blessed way beyond our imaginable. Like you can't even begin to comprehend how much you are going to be blessed in this next timeline. I have chills even thinking about it. Like you can't even begin to comprehend how much you have been blessed. And how much you are, that too, how much you have been blessed and how much you are about to be blessed. Because the moment I heard revelations, I got chills saying this where I can't make it up. Like you are going to be sitting in the face of environments, having conversations with people, having revelations of self, realizing how much you have actually been blessed this entire time, this entire journey. Remember what I said in a reading. The fact that you have a story to tell is proof that you were always protected. Your story never ended. It might have felt like it was a pause, 11:11 on my clock. It might have felt like it was a delay. It might have felt like it was some bumps in the road, but you were protected and blessed the whole time. That's why you have a story to tell. That's why you have the story to tell, because the blessings that were put upon your energy, they were predestined for you since before you came back to earth. You divine ass being. Act like you know. Act like you know. You're going to realize how blessed you have been, how blessed you truly are at your core. You're going to start experiencing things that it's your birthright to experience. That's why I said give yourself a chance to live internally for a second. Give yourself a chance to make space for all that's about to come in. Give yourself a chance, because even if your life has been fruitful up until this point, it's been very blessed, and you've been, even if you've had a very blessed life, there will be nothing, I put it on everything, there will be nothing that will compare to anything that you have experienced up until this point. Because all of the things that you experienced, all the hardships, all the people you had to cut off, all the times when everything was going smooth and then it's like the rug just got ripped from under you, that was a blessing. That's how blessed you've been. It was a blessing. You're not pursuing a mediocre life, so why do you think God is going to keep you around mediocre people? Act like you know. Those friendships that you had to leave, that boyfriend, that girlfriend you had to leave, the family members you had to cut off, they're all mediocre. You're not a mediocre girl. You're not a regular guy. So why do you think that you need to surround yourself with regular people? If you want to be a regular person, go be with regular people. But the thing about you is you knew you weren't a regular person. You knew you didn't want a regular life, yet you still surrounded yourself with the regular people, and then were confused when God said, no. And you said, yeah, but. God said, yeah, but. You're not regular. And your path is rooted in isolation right now because you need to realize that you're not regular. You surrounding yourself with regulars, you're going to become a regular. Because you are who you surround yourself with. That's why you needed to be in isolation. You lost the plot a little bit. You lost the plot a little bit, didn't you? You lost the plot. And God said, oh my God, you know the ancestors I was talking about? The spirit guides, they said, oh, what? Whoa, they saw you. They said, oh yeah, he's doing his thing. She's doing her thing. And then you started hanging out with these people. God said, whoa. These are, whoa. But I'm going to let her do it because it was safe. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with regular people. There's nothing wrong with hanging around with regular and mediocre people. There's nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to you, God don't play about you. God don't play about you. Never. You had to experience those friendships, those connections, because you needed to learn the lessons. You needed to grow. You needed to expand your palette a little bit. You needed to find parts of yourselves within those connections. And as soon as you did, God said, bet. Thank you. Served your purpose. you're gone. Because the moment you realize that you weren't regular, and the thing about that is everyone who you were surrounding yourself with knew you weren't regular, knew you weren't mediocre. That's why they wanted to be around you. That's why it's like you could have felt drained in these energies when you left, or even you could have felt alive in these energies. They could have made you feel alive. Whatever it was, they seen your light. 1444 on my clock. They seen it, they knew it, and they wanted to profit. They wanted to benefit from it. And God heard conversations that you did not hear, which is why you had to. And like I said, you're going to realize how blessed you were. The revelations are going to come out. You're going to realize some things. And like I said, sometimes you never know the reason why until you're living in the reason why. Trust that the reason why will reveal itself soon. Trust that. You don't have to worry. You don't have to think. You just got to trust that everything is working out in your divine favor. You don't have a choice to believe anything other than that. I want to give you some affirmations as well to say, and just to say on a daily basis, right? I've been telling myself this. I have infinite power to manifest anything I desire. Infinite power to manifest anything I desire. If you are someone who grew up with limitations on you, imposed on you, other people's limitations imposed on you, you have shadows living in your head, you're trying to break free of them now. Tell yourself you are limitless. I have limitless potential. I have limitless potential. Tell yourself until it rings true for your body. I have limitless potential. That's all you got to do. Keep telling yourself that. Repetition is the best way to reprogram the subconscious mind. Keep telling yourself that. I feel calm and at peace. I love my life. I am grateful for all that I have. They're very simple affirmations, right? Very, very simple affirmations. I smash and demolish all limiting beliefs from my subconscious mind regarding money. That money is gonna hit. I put it on everything. You've been clearing out so much karma. You've been clearing out so much energy to the point where it's like the windfall is going, like it's giving overnight millionaire, overnight, like tax bracket, different tax bracket overnight success story. You know how it takes a couple of years to become an overnight success story? Yeah, that's you, and you better act like you know. Embody the energy of it because you fully deserve it. You fully deserve it. And this whole process that you have been experiencing, this whole alignment process that you've been going through was so you could wake up and realize that you deserved it. It was for you to remember that you always deserved it. Even when you were a child, tending to your own needs, as a child, emotionally tending to your own needs, you still deserve to be seen. You still deserve to be felt. You still deserve to be understood. You still deserve to be held. And now you're finally waking up and realizing that you're claiming your power back. Claiming your power back, taking your power back because you gave it away way too freely up until this point. You had no sense of boundaries in relation to the love that you gave out because you didn't know how to love because you never received proper love a day in your damn life. And it's okay. It's so okay. I'm an only child with two emotionally immature parents. Like, I'm so resilient and self-reliant on myself emotionally to the point where, like, I've realized, what am I going so hard for? What am I going so hard for? Girl, I deserve it. Like, everything I want, I deserve it. Everything I want, I'm gonna get. That's the mindset you need to adopt. Understand that you are so backed by a higher power that nothing can stand in your way. Nothing has ever truthfully been in your way, honestly. It was all, I just heard divine orchestration. It was all divinely orchestrated by God so you could remember who you are. Because you're that guy. You're that girl. Act like you know. Act like you know. This is your show. And I grabbed these cards first, and then I heard love. So I was like, love? The love cards? And then I heard, yeah. I'm like, okay. So, y'all see them? What they talking about? Post your content today. This card keeps coming out for this collective. Like, you need to stop running from your visibility. Stop running from your visibility, dude. My God. I gave a reading yesterday about Hollywood. What did I say about that pause? It's a pause, not a delay. Realign. Act like you know. I gave a reading yesterday talking about Hollywood and how, you know, if you feel like you have visibility over your life, but you're seeing Hollywood crumble and you're like, but wait, I thought that was my ticket in. No, it wasn't. You're too divine for Hollywood. Act like you know. I've been to Avant. I know that. I realized that way before all this stuff was happening. I am way too divine. I'm way too divine for Hollywood. That's why that energy need to clear out before I walk up in it. If I ever walk up in it. The energy need to clear out though. because your frequency is too powerful and it's too potent to be in dark ass spaces like that. Act like you know who you are. And this is the age of God's era. You don't need a contract in order to make millions nowadays. You don't need to sign your soul away to people who have negative intent from the jump with you in order to be someone in this world. Get up on this camera and post your content today. Act like you know. You don't need no one else in this world to be successful but you and that mind. That mind keeps holding you back and you wondering why your life is paused. It's because you holding yourself back. You holding yourself back from the stuff that you know you want to do out of fear of what? Rejection? From people behind the screen at that? Anyone who feels the need to pick up their thumbs and type some bullshit is internally struggling. Okay? You owe them no type of attention. The negativity can't touch you. It can't touch you. I'm wiping it all away from your aura right now. The negativity can't touch you. It can't touch you. It won't touch you. Act like you know. A lot of pink cards. Follow through with yourself. Even in relation to the post your content, a lot of pink. That's heart, root-centered energy. Root-centered. Got to get grounded in your self-worth. You deserve it. Do you know you deserve it? Well, I'm going to tell you you do. I'm going to tell you you do. You know exactly who you are. You know exactly what you want. It's that mind that holds you back because you're an overthinker. You're highly intelligent. You're probably highly intuitive. Put the intelligence on the back burner. Let the intuition take over. That intelligence is not leaving you. It's not leaving you, my love. You had to be strategic your whole life. The intelligence is only going to develop as you strengthen your intuition. That intelligence is not going to ever leave you. I promise you it's never going to leave you. You are born intelligent, not smart, intelligent. Your intelligence is never going to leave you, but it will stop you and hinder you from following through with yourself because you start to overthink. Your intelligence starts to override how you feel, which is intuition, and you need to stop doing that and allow yourself to feel what you want to do and act towards it if it feels right. Period, point blank. Trust, they will be dealt with. Root is orange. Your self-esteem, rooted in your personal power, that sacral chakra. Yeah. Growing up with people who plucked at your self-esteem, who really tore you down emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, before you even knew what spirituality was. Stripped you of your divinity before you even knew you were divine. Yeah, those people will be dealt with. They will be dealt with. They will be dealt with. A whole bunch of cards just flew out. And I'm going to take them all. On the top of the deck, you are safe. You are safe on the top of the deck. You have spiritual gifts, confirmation in relation to this poster content. All that root stuff, yeah. You need to trust yourself. Follow through with yourself. Listen to yourself. All of these orange cards in relation to your self-esteem, your creativity, that sacral chakra, gratitude can solve this. Give thanks for all the people that hurt you in the past, because confirmation, they were only put there to bring you right here. And if you don't like the version of self you are right now, that means you're still giving your power away to the people who took your power from you at one point. You're an adult now. They can't take your power from you unless you allow them to. You didn't know that that's what they were doing when you were younger because you weren't aware, but now you're aware. So as your awareness grows, you must take accountability. 329 confirmation on the clock. Release, retreat, recalibrate, reorganize, be held. Come on now. Act like you know. Act like you know. You need to get in alignment with yourself at this time. This card came out too in relation to yellow. What is yellow? That is the solar plexus. Yeah, yellow is the solar, yellow is the solar plexus in relation to your self-esteem and your personal power. Orange is the sacral chakra in relation to your creativity. So scratch what I said about this color card, because I was incorrect about that. You need to call back your power from people who took away your divinity in relation to your creativity, your femininity. That's what you need to do. It's her feminine wound. Feminine wound. I don't know what the hell that means. So maybe it resonates for you. I don't know what that means. Your intuition is correct. act accordingly and adjust your energy. Whatever the hell is on your mind, yeah, your intuition is correct. Make a pros and cons list and weigh your options before you decide. However that resonates for you. But you have a work on that root chakra. That root chakra, your self-esteem, that solar plexus, and your self-worth, that what's it called? The sacral chakra. Let's get out some of these cards. And I'm gonna wrap it up. How are we feeling with the energy? There's been a lot of heavy energy going on. The people who have not been putting in the work, and when I say work, I'm talking about the internal work, like the internal development, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Like, if you haven't been putting in the work for these past couple of years, you're going to be heavily affected by it. Like, you're literally going to be heavily affected by the rise in frequency on Earth, simply because your frequency is too low to withstand the rising of Earth, period. We're rising up. The light workers, us light workers, yeah, we here, we active, and we're gonna tell you about yourself, because we've been lying dormant for a real long time in isolation, so we could figure out ourselves, so we could tell you about yourself, so you could go into healing, so we could trigger you into healing. Like I said in one of the readings I gave earlier, you are a teacher in this life, and you don't do yourself anything by not teaching people the lessons they need to learn. Walk like you've done the work. Talk like you've done the work. Show up in these rooms that you're about to step in like you've done the work, like you know who you are, like you have the spiritual gifts, like you create the path. Act like you know. Built this version of yourself from scratch. Don't let nobody take it from you. This is even at the top of the deck as well. Receiving what you need, progressions, arriving, moving on, closure issues. Well, I tell you, you're gonna get what you deserve. Everything that you lost, you will receive it back tenfold, just because you have the faith of a mustard seed to keep continuing, even in the midst of losing everything. Yeah, you gonna get it. And you already know. You attracted me because you just needed that confirmation. Someone expressing love, a message of love, thinking about you and letting you know. Could come through in I don't know. This is also a love card deck, so take it how it resonates, leave what doesn't. I got someone spinning the block right now. Cut them off. DM me. I miss you. I miss you. What do you miss me for? I don't miss you. I cut you off for a reason. What are you talking about right now? It's that energy for it. It's the season for it. Your light is getting stronger. But I genuinely, I just heard test. Yeah, I genuinely just feel like anyone who you've cut off, use your discernment. Use your discernment. Because I had a friend actually reach back out, and there was no bad blood between us, but she did reach out and was like, you want to grab a drink? And my initial reaction was like, yeah. And that's how I knew it was divine. Because when yeah, that's the thing. When people reach out to you in this new timeline, or whenever this finds you, right? Like, when people who you've cut off, you heard that? Confirmation. When people reach out to you to try and get your energy or try to get back into your energy, you got to use your discernment, right? If they text you and you're like, that's your sign off red. What are you even entertaining that for? But if they text you and you're like, yeah, you know what? Let's go. Let's do it. And you feel like it's calling you to grow. It's not calling you back into what you've just grown from. That is your sign to pursue it and head in that direction. Use your discernment, though. You're smart. You're intelligent. You know exactly what to do. I don't have to tell you anything you don't already know. Let's get two more. I say, ooh, the girl with the snake, empath and paradise paradigms, being charged, used, enable boundaries. The clock card came out, and then the mask, not showing true feelings, high personality. What did I say about these people? You need to use your discernment moving forward, because your energy is light, and the lower vibrational frequencies can feed into that. They feel it. Just like we can feel into energies, they can feel into it too. But they got the wrong, they're feeding into energy for the wrong reasons. You need to act like you know. Let me clear up this girl with the snake card and then this mask card. What's the girl with the snake? Soulmate. But my eyes went to agreement and soul contract. So I feel like you could have been dealing with people who charmed you in the past, used you, and the narcissistic characteristics that you've experienced in your lifetime from people, it was a part of your soul contract to experience this version of each other, right? Like everyone has specific roles that they play in your life in order to activate you into the next phase of your life. And these narcissistic people that you were dealing with, it was a part of their soul contract to be like this, so you could wake up and realize, and just so you could wake up and remember and who the hell you are. What's this mask card? Let's clarify the mask. The ascending card is trying to come out. Yeah, you're ascending past all the bullshit, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. You're past all of the fuckery. You're past the games. You don't have anything to prove anymore, because you're realizing that like, yo, this is even I just split the deck. Hell no and hell yes. What did I say? You need to weigh your options. That pros and cons list, when people start to reach out to you, when you're getting the contracts and you're getting the offers, you go with how you feel. Don't let that intelligence override nothing. Your intuition, it knows best. Okay? So if someone reaches out to you and you're like, oh my God, why are they texting me? It's a hell no. You get a contract and it sounds good, they talking good money. Someone texts you, you're like, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. It invokes your soul. Your soul knows it's for you. It gives expansion. Yeah, act like you know. It's a hell yes. It's your girl Mo. Remember, you are safe at the top of the deck again. It's your girl Mo. Act like you know. All my digital products are on sale, $9.99. And book a reading with me. Link is in the description below. And for all my members, I haven't posted anything for my members yet, but if you want to be a major mogul and you want to see more of Jay Renee, more mogul, BTS of me, I just finished editing my Boston trip. That vlog is OD, it's bomb. So if you're someone who just wants to see more of me, you want to see more of the feminine side of me, my Get Ready With Me's, my vlogs, just more personal, you just want some more Jay Renee, you want some more mogul, that is the best membership for you. And yeah, I'm gonna drop a little preview for my vlog probably tomorrow. And if it interests you, become a member. Let's go. You know I'm gonna get you right. Act like you know. It's your girl Mo. This is your show, so let's go. Trust your intuition, because it's correct. Act like you know. You that girl. You that girl. Yeah, you're that guy. Yeah. Act like you know. Act like you know. Love you. Make smart decisions. See you in the next video.